My name is Lisa Anderson. I am a rose mauling artist, and I live in the village of Nelsonville, right in the central part of the state of Wisconsin. What is really special to my husband and I is that we live in the house that his ancestors built. They were Norwegian immigrants, and in 1909 they built our house. So it's always been in the family, and our roots run deep here. So we have a concentrated animal feeding operation, a CAFO, that is within our community and just outside of the village. The land that they manage is on acreage all around our village that impacts the water that supplies our private wells. Their operation creates 12 to 15 million gallons of liquid waste annually, and that's more waste than the city of Green Bay, and it's all untreated waste. The community has been impacted in the most obvious way, the widespread contamination of our water supply, that none of us can trust the water coming from our taps. We're always concerned about what we're feeding to our kids and our pets and ourselves, and what those consequences will be. We personally have been targeted by some who are connected to the farm or in the wider community, and to the point where we've been shunned by people who we used to call friends. We've been accused of being anti-ag, and it honestly has taken some of the joy out of living in this community. I feel like this is a consequence of the government not adequately asserting its authority. So when the government isn't ensuring that we have safe drinking water, these issues become battles for the local residents, and the battles become personal, and there's an anger that is just beneath the surface for many of us. The state actually mandates that our water is protected under Statute 92, and contamination is cleared up. And that's done through the Land and Water Conservation Committees at the county level. So they are empowered to pass ordinances. They just don't do it very often. The DNR is the Department of Natural Resources. They are supposed to be ensuring that CAFOs are following all the rules. It's very difficult for them to do that when they only have 15 staff for the whole state. The number of CAFOs has drastically increased, and the number of staff has decreased. But the problem is that they're applying way too much nitrogen, and we have sandy soils here, so the scientists say that at least half of what they apply leaches into our groundwater. So they can apply more nitrogen because the guideline is based on profit and yield, not water quality. Public health, our health, of our neighbors, of us, should matter more than maximum yield. It's kind of like they want to make us the bad guys for speaking up, and they're really grasping for straws when they all that they can say is that we're anti-ag. It's just absurd. We're pro people, we're pro health, we're pro safe drinking water. We never asked to be put in this position. We didn't want to be put in this position. I'm not a person who loves to do public speaking or be in the forefront of a movement like this, but I'm so passionate about it. And I feel like that's what people in Nelsonville do. We're good neighbors to each other. We show up for each other. If you harm someone, you fix it. And that's what we want from this farm, is just to be a good neighbor to us.